Okay, here we are again. Algebra 2, Unit 4, Worksheet 8, Graphing Absolute Value Equations. So, a little review of absolute value. Should probably be in order. Um, so, absolute value is the positive value of a number. So, the absolute value of 5 is 5, the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. So, if I would say if the absolute value of x is equal to 5, what's x? Well, x is then two values, plus and minus 5. Absolute value could also be defined as the distance a number is from 0. So that's another way of looking at it. It's a distance. So there is no negative distances, so negative 3 is 3 units away from 0, so it's positive 3. And that's that for that. So if I was to graph like y equals 2x minus 4. Okay, that's this without the absolute value. Well, we go to minus 4. So here's minus 4 right there. And I go up 2 over 1 because that's the slope. The slope is 2 over 1, right? We assume there's a 1 there and go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And I could draw a line pretty good like this. That would be the line, right? But this is absolute value. So it turns out that nothing negative, there can't be anything negative, right? So where this guy is, it'll reflect across over right here. And like where this is, it'll reflect across. And then where this will reflect across. So I'll get something that looks like this. And this will go away right here. And I want you guys to learn how to use a graphing calculator in doing this. So this is how we do it. I just got one here. Let's clear that out. Let's clear that. Okay, so again, if you want, you get a graphing calculator, you go to the y. This will graph stuff. Or put the equation in. Y equals something. So then you got to use the math key, and then you cursor over to number, and then you hit enter. You get absolute value right here. And then 2x, this is the x key, subtract 4, close parentheses, hit enter, graph it. And you're going to get that, see? And then if you do a trace, notice that 0 and 4 is with 1 point. And if I put in 0, oh no, not, well, 0 and 4, it works 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. See that right there is 1 and 2. How about 2? 2 gives me 0, 2 and 0. How about 4? I should get 4 then. If I put 4 in, I should get 4. So I do. And so that's how it works. Okay. So let's try this one. Now I want to talk about this a little bit. Just a tiny bit. So if I have y equals absolute value of x, and then I have this plus or minus, we'll call it a, and plus or minus b here. This plus or minus a, this guy inside the absolute value shifts the point, shifts this, the vertex, you call it the vertex, I guess, or the point, left and right. And it turns out that the plus value shifts at negative, plus shifts at negative, and minus shifts at positive. Because the minute you put in a plus sign, it's going to go more this way to offset to get a 0, right? To get a 0 here for y. Because then I have to have a negative 2 to get a 0, negative 2 plus 2 to get a 0, right? And then what it does is it takes whatever this is, answer, and then it shifts it down, right? So what it's going to do is going to shift it this way, and then shift it down twice, like right there. See that? This shifts it up and down. Because this, all you're doing is taking the answer from this and putting it up and down. This guy goes up or down. And this goes, a plus goes up and a minus goes down. So that's true, kind of. So and then it should just go, the slope should still be 1, 1. So it should just take off and go 1, 1 like this, and from here it should go 1, 1, right? So let's see if that's true. So I'm gonna go in here, just cursor over, might as well, and then I'm gonna clear that 2 out, and I get plus 2, so I'm gonna put cursor over plus 2, then subtract 2. Okay, enter, I graph it. You'll notice I get this, pretty much looks like that. I do a trace, and I get 0, 0. Yep, 0, 0. If I do a negative 2, I get negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2. See, that worked. Negative 5 should give me 2. Negative 5, oops, negative 5, 5 should give me 2 or 1. Negative 5. I'm off a little bit on this. I should have dropped this line. I should have dropped this line. Should have dropped it here, because it goes up. The slope would have been 1, 1, right? 1, 1, 1, 1. Sorry about that. So that's why a graphing calculator is nice. Kind of helps you out a little bit. Negative 6 should be 2, right? Yep. And then 3 should be 3. I hit 3. I get 3. Okay. Last one. So then if I have a negative in front, it's going to be an upside down. It'll flip it upside down. So I could say, well, I'm going to go plus 3 here, right? And I'm going to down 1, but it's going to be upside down. So it's going to look like this. Since the slope is still 1 to 1, the number in front of the x is still 1 to 1. So it should look, let's try green, I guess. Should look like this. So let's put this here and that, like that. Okay. So let's see if that's right. So I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to get a negative. So I'm going to do second insert, and then I'll put a negative in there. This guy, this negative here. Not this. This is subtract. I'll get a syntax error. I do that, and then I get a minus or subtract 3 minus 1. So here's a minus 1, enter, graph it, and we get this. I do a trace, I get 0, negative 4. 0, negative 4. If I do 3, I get negative 1, which is what I get. 6 should give me a negative 4. Okay, 6, negative 4. See that, how that works? So I think that's enough. I think you should get this now. Good luck, and have fun graphing absolute values.